Hey YouTube, Super Grandma here. Bring you guys my ban list predictions for the March ban list. So, this format, a lot of new cards released in the new sets, like Order of Chaos and Photon Shockwave, that have really changed this meta to I feel, a really stupid point, because there are like 3 decks that can OTK, FTK, loop your hand away, pop up to 2 cards per turn, and reset itself. So, I think this is going to be a huge ban list. And I think some of the older decks are going to come back after some stuff gets hit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be completely right, because I think this is my first ban list predictions. But, I'll give it my best. So, I guess I'll start with the banned. Some things that I think are kind of obvious. The first card has really been abused through another card. And the card it's being abused through is Tour Guide from the Underworld. Tour Guide abuses this card like crazy. This card searches for like any monster in the deck nowadays. Searches for your Dragonflies, your Armageddonites to dump your Hornets, Hornet itself, Wind Up Rat, Wind Up Shark. It searches for like all the main cards. Another tour guide. It's pretty ridiculous. It's too good of a target to get out with tour guide, so I think it's gonna get banned because it's really being abused and it's just a powerful card. It's a dangerous card. So yeah, Sangan banned. I think that's a pretty obvious move. That's gonna happen, and I think when that does happen, Tour Bus is gonna jump up in price. The next card, Dandelion. Plants need to die eventually, and this stops the 1-for-1 Dandy shenanigans that is really mindless when you 1-for-1 Dandy summon Tengu. Set up your massive draw 6 play with plants. So banning this again will definitely limit their strength. There's also talk about Lone Fire, but I think Dandelion's much better hit. Next is Monster Reborn. This card's really broken. Like, I mean, it's just an amazing top. It helps get off the wind-up loop, because like you open like Magician, Shark, and Reborn's like game. So Reborn, and if Dark Magician of Chaos comes back, this has to get banned because it'll be too broken. So Reborn banned. And I don't have this card. If you can read, it's Wind Up Hunter. I chose to hit Hunter because I think they might. I mean, that's what I think. I don't think Konami will, but because they're all about killing decks right as they come out, like 6 Ams and stuff like that. So, Wind Up Hunter banned I think would be cool because Wind Ups would still be like really good. They'd still be the spammy deck that they are. They just wouldn't be able to loop your hand away first turn. So, banning Hunter would make the deck still really like top tier, but it just wouldn't hand loop you. So I mean, I don't think they will, but I hope they do. Ban Hunter and just keep some of the other stuff. Like, I think they'll limit Rat, honestly, because they're Konami and that's what they do. But yeah, I need to kind of go through this a little bit quicker. To 1, Wind Up Zenmaines. Some decks only play 1 anyway, but I think the card's too good at 2 in decks like Dark Worlds and Plants and stuff. Actually, you don't even have room in Plants. But in Dark Worlds and Wind-Ups and like Insectors, Wind-Up Zenmaines is too good of a card, especially because they can get it out like way too easily. What it does is it promotes pass turn or draw pass plays for several turns, and it makes the game really boring. Dragonfly, too good, +2s, +3s, like each turn resets itself. Way too good. This is an obvious choice, I think, of what's gonna get limited. Oh yeah, we're on the limited section now, by the way. Wind Up Factory. any card that's like a continuous spell that searches, like Gateway and Black Whirlwind, never stays around very long. I think it's going to 1 because if you open Magician, Shark, Factory, then you like loop 4 cards out of your opponent's hand. So Factory going to 1 would hurt the deck a lot, without killing it. 1 MST because I'm tired of all this back row removal with no support for the back row at all. So MST to 1, please. Thank you. Heavy Storm and 1 MST and some Dust Tornadoes. You're fine. You don't need triple MST, the freaking main deck with Heavy Storm. I want this to come back because I'm tired of anti-meta and like stun related decks not having any support at all. This card pretty much made those decks how good they were. Like I remember a Thunder King Oppression lock was like beast. You couldn't get around it. So I think Oppression should come back to 1. Even because Heavy Storm, MSTs, Dusts, and then Malcat will probably see some more play in the side deck. I think Oppression at 1. I don't even think it should have gotten banned in the first place. It wasn't doing that much. Anyway, to 2, wind up Zenmighty because it's like way too good. Like to be at 3. I mean, I wanted to put it at 1, but I think with Royal Oppression back and some more choices I brought back from the ban list, I think it won't be as good. Also, I forgot to mention DMOC probably will come back to 1 when they ban Reborn. So yeah, Zenmighty to 2. Rescue Rabbit to 2 because I didn't put it at 1 or ban it because the deck, like with Rabbit at 2, it doesn't kill it, but it also gives it a less chance of drawing, especially with Sangan being banned. So it's less like, oh, I open 2 Rescue Rabbits and a Tour Guide, like I win. I want this card to come back so bad up to 2. It hasn't been doing much at all, so I don't see why it couldn't, and that would be great because I would play 2. Collude the Moonshadow. Blackwings, let's slowly bring them back. Triple Icarus was brought back. Why don't we bring Collude back up to 2? It's not doing much. So, also Lightsworns, 2 Luminas. Give them some more support. I think the semi-limited cards are going to be cards to bring back more support for different decks. And my unlimited predictions, I want to see Book of Moon at 3 again. I mean, people aren't even playing Book anymore. So, because it's like, oh, I can only run 1, what's the point? It's mediocre at best at 1, so I was like, well, why don't we bring it back to 3 and give decks like GKs and, you know, decks based off Nimble Hamsters and stuff like Photon Saber Tiger decks a little more support, and it gives like Stun a little more support too. And Glad's Book at 3 would give Glad's more support. Triple Bottomless because it helps to stop the windups with the Zenmighties. Like if Zenmighty's at 2 and then you bump up Bottomless and then it's not as big of a deal. Yeah, and it helps against like Rabbit and stuff. It's just a good card. I don't think it should be semi-limited. I think it'd be good at 3. And Trigodia. Give those Piper decks some more support. I want to see a Piper Chaos deck top like a huge event like a YCS. They've been getting close, and I think maybe Triple Trag would, you know, give them more possibilities. So yeah, those are my predictions. I feel that a bunch of them are gonna happen, especially in the banned and limited sections. But the semi-limited stuff and like the unlimited, anything can happen. But I think what Konami will do to windups is Factory to 1, Rat to 1, and Shark to like 2 or 1. I think they're just gonna go after that deck, as well as Insectors. They might even like hit Hornet to 2. Anyway, I gotta go because I'm running out of time, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Keep subbing. Check out my other videos, trades, deck profiles, whatnot. So yeah, peace YouTube.